In one US city, rent dropped 30%, and still, no one moved in. Not because it's too expensive, because it's too late. For years, rent surged, like an auction for oxygen. Landlords pushed, tenants stretched, everyone cracked. And now, the tide is turning. Developers overbuilt, landlords overextended, renters hit their breaking point. Here's where it's happening. Number 10, Fresno, California. Fresno was supposed to be California's affordable escape hatch. Too broke for the Bay, too allergic to LA? Fresno was the answer. Wide streets, working class grit, avocado toast on the side, rent was low. Life felt manageable. Then came 2026. Heat waves baked the city at 110 degrees. For weeks, wildfire smoke turned sunsets orange. And suddenly, Fresno felt like a sauna with Wi-Fi. Median rent dropped nearly 16%. In just a few months, vacancy spiked 21%. Landlords started offering pool maintenance and emotional support just to fill units. People came for affordability, but left when the parks melted, the almond orchards turned hostile, and the tech spillover never came. Developers overbuilt. Now the city has ghost complexes, empty cul-de-sacs, and a Starbucks drive-through mic. That's been broken since 2012. Affordable rent without livability? Not worth it. Number 9, Champaign, Illinois. Champaign, college town, turned ghost town, home of the University of Illinois. A city built on students' frat houses and midnight ramen. Developers overbuilt. High-end student housing, like it was a Bitcoin bubble. Then 2025 hit. Domestic freshmen dropped. International enrollment fell 34%. Students went online. Vacancy rates shot up 31%. Median rent fell 26%. Landlords tried everything. Meal plans, free rent to therapy dogs, but students just didn't come. Affordable apartments without tenants aren't opportunities. They're expensive, empty shells. Businesses suffered, unemployment rose, and the once vibrant student ecosystem reduced to dog walking and echoing hallways. The lesson? Never build your market on a crowd that can disappear overnight. Number 8, Henderson, Nevada. Henderson is Pinterest suburbia, dropped into the desert. Luxury condos, gated communities, manicured sidewalks, perfect angles, fake lakes that shimmer in photos. Palm trees placed with intention. A city designed to look calm, clean, and expensive. The quieter, calmer cousin of Vegas. Same sun, fewer regrets. Then, the Colorado River dried. By 2024, drought rules arrived fast. Lawns turned from status symbols into public shaming. Watering days became political. HOA letters felt like threats. Green grass became a liability. Water restrictions soared. Utility bills followed. And luxury renters, they bailed. High-end units emptied first, then entire buildings. Vacancy rates jumped 250%. Rent dropped 17.6%. Rooftop pools sat untouched. Blue tiles baking in the sun. Palm trees stood there silent, almost sarcastic. The desert didn't care. It never does. The heat lingered. The AC screamed. The illusion cracked. This is the lesson. Luxury and artificial beauty don't survive without real resources. Affordability in Henderson isn't just about price, it's about climate, livability, and sanity. Number 7, Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, Rust Belt backbone, glass factories, rock bands. For decades, low rent, short commutes, a whole house for the price of a Brooklyn parking spot. Then overdevelopment hit, like a frat bro on caffeine. By 2026, vacancy rates hit 14.2%. Median rent fell 19%. And still, people weren't moving in. Why? Job growth flatlined. Crime rose. Opportunities vanished. Affordability without opportunity isn't freedom, it's loneliness. And the weather? Unpredictable, harsh, relentless. Toledo isn't just cheap now, it's empty, cold, and eerily silent. Number 6, Buffalo, New York. Buffalo's rent didn't drop, it face-planted into a snowbank. Known for wings and grit, Buffalo looked like a comeback story. Artists arrived, tech startups flirted, investors believed. Then winter hit. Like a hammer, 230 inches of snow in one season. Remote workers left, Students deferred. Developers froze. Median rent dropped 21%. Vacancies doubled. Heating costs exploded. Buffalo is cheap, but emotionally and financially expensive. It overshot its revival. Now investors are frozen. Right along with it. Number 5, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Santa Fe didn't crash. It slowed down. It reflected. It meditated. And then quietly collapsed. Adobe walls glowing at sunset. Turquoise doors on every corner. A city that looked curated before algorithms even existed. Instagram. Before Instagram, artists came first, then retirees, then tourists chasing meaning. In the desert air, the city learned how to sell atmosphere. It thrived on attention, on weekend getaways, gallery walks, and short-term rentals. That paid the bills. For a while, it worked. Then virtual tourism arrived, and the question changed. Why fly to the desert when you can wander it from your couch? In perfect lighting and an 8K resolution, without heat, without altitude sickness, without sunscreen? Foot traffic faded. Hotel bookings dried up. Visitor numbers fell 45%. Median rent dropped 23%. Service jobs vanished. Quietly, one shift at a time. The art survived. The economy didn't. Now, cheap rent in Santa Fe doesn't feel like relief. It feels like a hangover. Beautiful, familiar, and unmistakably hollow. Number 4, Boise, Idaho. Boise didn't crash. It rage quit. From hidden gem to tech utopia to empty town, remote workers left. When office mandates returned, rent dropped 18.9%. Vacancy hit 12.8%. Job postings fell 23%. Landlords now offer free parking first month free, even paddleboards. The Wi-Fi stayed. The people didn't. Boise went from vibrant to awkward breakup recovery zone. Tech migration isn't forever, and lifestyle cities, built on Zoom, never are. Number 3, Laredo, Texas. In Laredo, apartments overlook freight yards. For less than your gym membership, logistics once ruled here. Warehouses everywhere. Border trade booming, then automation arrived. AI routing, self-driving trucks. Fewer humans needed. Median rent dropped 22.3%. Vacancy doubled. Unemployment rose. The trucks still move. The cranes still hum. But the apartments? Empty. Laredo isn't dead. It's in limbo, built on motion. But people no longer required. Infrastructure. Can't pay your lease. Number 2, Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham tried to rebrand, not quietly, loudly. Rooftop bars appeared overnight. Murals covered brick walls. Old warehouses turned into $2,000 lofts with exposed pipes and expensive lighting. The city was told the creative class was coming. They didn't. By the time the paint dried, the crowd never arrived. Rent fell 18.4%. Luxury vacancies climbed past 30%. Jobs didn't follow the hype. Growth slowed, then stalled. Developers moved fast, too fast. They priced out locals before real demand ever existed. On paper, the city looks reborn. New buildings, fresh logos, shiny streetscapes. But on the ground, it feels empty. Because affordable rent, without renters, isn't revival. It's not a comeback. It's a city holding its breath, a very stylish coma. Number 1, Stamford, Connecticut. Stamford was the dream, close to New York, far from crushing rent. Then 2026 happened. Remote work killed commuting. Glass towers built for bankers now sit empty. Rent haunts luxury buildings like a ghost. With a trust fund, developers built for people who no longer need to be there. Parking meters feel like startups. Sushi bars sit empty. Traffic circles feel like psychological warfare. Stamford doesn't feel affordable. It feels irrelevant. These 10 cities aren't just seeing rent drops, they're sending warnings. Overdevelopment, climate pressure, tech migration, student exodus, automation, cheap rent. Isn't always a bargain. If you've ever opened Zillow just to cry, like this video, subscribe to dodge disasters before they hit your lease. And remember, when rent falls, opportunity doesn't always rise. Sometimes it's just the market finally admitting it went too far. If this video made you rethink where you live or where you almost moved, hit like. Subscribe if you want to spot housing red flags before they show up in your lease. Because the smartest move in 2026 might be knowing when not to move.